Hey, hi, and welcome to another weekly connection. So there is a lot going on and some explanation maybe needed. So the earth is in the process of being absolutely bombarded by cosmic rays and solar rays. The reason for that is that as we're moving and shifting to 5D, the earth and you and all the plants and all the elements and all the beings on this planet must release 3D chemistry and toxins formed by the third dimension, which of course humans mostly are the reason for that. But it's affecting us, but it's affecting all of nature as well. There is a frequency that's coming from the it's a band on the edge of our Milky Way that is actually a void of space. So where is this energy, this beam of electromagnetics coming from? Well, it's coming from celestial forces that are deep in deep space that are assisting us. Remember, the error is in 7 systems. Each one of those 7 systems have 7 universes. So we are pulling this energy from as far away as can be. Now the sun is also doing things like emitting 3 CMEs or cosmic radiation blasts all in one day. So you're feeling the heaviness of detoxing. If you've ever done a detox, you know that you feel heavy. You don't always feel great. And Saint Germain, Hilarion, and Lord Lanto are really here together to help you to understand what's going on physically and with your body and with the planet. But this isn't just about human beings shifting to 5D. This is about all of the earth and all of her creatures that transform into that higher vibration to move forward. So it's a very important time, and it's very important that you take care. Just like if you were on a detox program, you drink a lot of water, you get a lot of sleep, you eat the right foods. Of course, it's holiday, so yeah, do the best you can with that one. But the holiday's temporary. It's only for, a few days. So, yeah, still behave. Don't drink a lot of alcohol. Don't eat a lot of sugar. I can't believe I'm saying this right before Christmas. But, keep it in your mind that those things are going to affect you more as we're going through this purging. So have some, sure, but take note, not to overdo it. It is not the time to overdo any of these things. So, you can have fun. You can still do that. But know that the earth is going through this, and we are having a lot of radiation. Along with that funny frequency that's coming from outer space are other frequencies affecting Earth. And they're going off at regular intervals. And there are, what are there, 2 or 3 of them? 3 of them that are going off right now. So we really are the most important transition that has happened in, a long time. I was going to say 50,000 years, but it's more than that. It's more like a couple 100,000 years, 500,000 years. Thank you for someone telling me. There you go. So in 500,000 years, we fell out of, some say out of grace, or we fell from the error on our level of 3D 50,000 years ago, 58, 60,000 years ago. But there had been falling from higher levels before that. So this has been going on a long time, and it's now the end of the era, which is self-service. ego serving ego. And we are now going back to the love and the kindness and the compassion that is in 5D. And we are going to learn how to love and understand one another. And there will not be any more war once we shift. So in that way, we need to shift our minds to be able to hold the light. No matter what insanity is going on the planet, and God knows there's a ton of insanity. But remember, that insanity is the purging of the toxins, so put it that way. It's the purging of the ego, of the anger and the hatred. There's an expression that blew me away. I had never seen it before, to tell you the truth. But there was someone had a sign out in front, on the road. And it said, hate evil, love good. Now, if there is an example of duality, that would be it. Because we don't hate evil, we love evil. And we love good. Hating evil is saying right and wrong, good or bad. And remember that anyone who is arguing or fighting or has a conflict thinks they're right. But the other guy thinks they're right too. So what is right? So right isn't what it is. Right is it's not about right. It's about having compassion and understanding for one another and one another's differences. I have a problem with vision, and I have this wonderful gift in that most of the time, I can't tell what color you are. What's that guy's name? Lester Holt? Yeah. I never knew he had brown skin. It didn't occur to me until I had a TV that was like that close to my face, and I'm like, oh, huh. So it's a benefit to me because I don't see the color of a person, and it allows me to just feel the energy of a person. And that's good, because I've always thought that was a grace. Because I actually had a friend, and she said to me one day, she goes, I'm a person of color. And I looked at her and I went, nope. So there are some benefits to this. So it's important that we understand that the things that create judgments in human beings are judgments. Judgments, creating that separation. Hate evil, love good. Love it all. And especially those that are on the dark side. Especially them. Because they need the most light. They need the most love. They're starving for love. They're starving for light. And this is our job. So as you feel these purging energies coming in, there are a few things that you should do. You should get a lot of sleep. You should drink a lot of water and eat as healthy and as veggie as you can. Those things will help. So I want you to understand what's going on. Lord Lanto is really here to help you with that, because remember, he works with the sacral chakra with Lord Kutumi and removing all of our blah blah. And then of course Saint Germain, who is in charge of our transition, with Hilarion, who is in charge of opening up our heart energy and our heart chakra so that we can love those we disagree with. So let's do the meditation. So I'm gonna get rid of all the glommy stuff on my aura. If you have glommy stuff, probably do. Most of us do, to clean up. That's why, we say, how often should you balance your chakras? And I just ask the question, well, how often do you shower? It's kind of the same thing. So now we get the cosmic thrust oil. We rub our hands together. Bring it into our energy field. Cup our hands together. They're my favorite smell. Take a deep breath in. And this realigns you heaven and earth, allows you, when I do transcending through time and space, I will use this oil as a way of, it kind of just brings your energy field together in a balanced, strong way. And then the ascension oil, I can't see which one this is, and the ascension oil, there you go. 1 drop clockwise on your third eye, getting rid of all those lovely calcium deposits that we've created in 3D. On your nose, on your chest, just wear it. It's good. So what we want to do today is just beam as much light as we can into ourselves and into the planet and into all of humanity. Because remember, it's not just the humans that are going through this. All the creatures, all the elemental kingdom are going through this with us. Not quite as severe because they're not as drawn into the ego-based self as we are, but they did fall with us from grace, which is why they eat each other and things like that. That will all stop in the 5th dimension. So they as well are going through some changes, but it's much easier for them than it is for us because we have judgment. So visualize that gold light coming from source, and it comes down into the front. And it feels really particularly yummy to me today. And it comes down the front of you and out your feet into the earth. And the mother grabs onto your golden lariat. And we attach it to the grid, her energy field, her chakra system. And bring it up the back of us. And back to source with an essence of Ma in it. And then around and around. Round and round we go. Round and round and round and round. And we feel that orbit and that connection. If you feel like you're getting off kilter, or I call it getting gitchy. I get gitchy. I get like, boom, 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 you know, like I start to get scattered. Then you do the orbit, and the orbit will help you ground again and get solid. So just remember to call on that energy when you need it all the time. And you want to wear this energy 24/7. But you know, stuff happens. We may get tired, or someone might trigger us. That's okay. You just need to get it back. Every time you do that little exercise, you get stronger and stronger. So we have that orbit going. And now we're going to bring it down and up our back and water it, fall it out our top of our head. And it's going to stick to all 12 of our auras. And just saturate us with that gold light. So you are a cocoon of light. You are connected heaven and earth and protected on all sides. And now we focus on that well of the mother below the root. I love this chakra because it is that connection to the mother, to all of her creatures, which we are part of her creatures. And we are expanding in that awareness of one another and of all things and of the elemental kingdom. And we go up to the root. And we are dissolving that 3D DNA. That tapestry is nearly gone. And we just need to start to focus on what do we want for our new world. Well, we want love, kindness, and compassion. It's easy. That's all we want. When I ask about something, I always ask, which one will make me happy the longest? And that's the one I pick. Because that's all we want. To feel that love, to feel that happiness. And then we come up to the sacral chakra. And right now, those paradigms, those belief systems are being challenged so much because they're all sacral chakra driven dogmas. And you don't have dogma in 5D. You have knowledge and understanding. So we need to dissolve all of that stuff. And you see it going on in the world right now. And that's why there's so much chaos, because we need to come to a point of light. We're not there now, of course, but we're getting there each day with each one of our breaths as light seeds, as we spread that light through the world. And we go to the conscious use of power, sitting on the spleen, and we remove all the conflict, all of the drama, all of the ego. Conflict is just ego clashing with ego. And we find conscious resolutions to things in life. You want to find conscious resolution to wars, then you do conscious use of power. You find conscious use of power to a member of the family that you don't get along with, you do conscious use of power. It's just ego clashing ego. And then when we come to the solar plexus, we can send that light, that true power, which is love, to the whole earth and to every human. And mostly, you notice us, we get the most of it. So gobble it up, because there's lots more where that came from. And we bring it onto our liver, to the empathic shield. In the empathic shield is where we learn our understanding, because we learn not to judge by our empathic shield. We understand, and then we can send love. You can't send love when you're hating or criticizing. You have to dissolve those things, and then you can send love through the heart. Just bam, everything and everyone. You notice you got it first, and then we share it. And now we can manifest in the conscious intention what we want. It's so simple. We want love, kindness, and compassion. We want to be happy. And we express that in our throat. We express that we are light seeds, that we are these rays of light, sending light and spreading light to all. And your conscious knowingness, assuredness in your third eye, that you are doing this job. I started talking about this when I was 10 years old. It was a thing of the future. Nobody understood what was going on. But now you do, because it's present. It's happening before your eyes. And you know that you are doing a good job. Even on your less than perfect days. Those are good days, because those are learning days. So keep growing and learning, and let your crown shine bright so that people see that you're a light seed, and come munch and crunch on your aura as we go up into your conscious intention, and it starts to vibrate with understanding. And now we bring that gold light out 18 inches, maybe 20. It seems to be growing. However much you need, it doesn't matter. But you saturate it with that light so that others can munch and crunch. And they can help, it helps them on their journey so they can move forward as well. And when you don't understand something, it's reflected on your shield. And you're like, oh, okay. And one more judgment down. So you wear this shield 24/7. You radiate that light 24/7. And if you don't feel love, bam yourself. Send yourself that light so that you can understand. And you want to wear the empathic shield and send it right to your empathic shield, which is on your liver, so that you can understand something that you don't. We understand because we can be so caught up in dogma that expressions like hate evil, love good sound right. But that's a totally duality statement. We love all. And that's your job as a light seed. So I hope you have a good week. And I'm going to see you next week. I love you. Bye-bye.